Lexus has just come out with their full electric offering, and unfortunately, it's a total flop. What is up, guys? Soner for Canadian Rider. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the widely anticipated first fully electric car offered by Lexus, the RZ450e. Now, I was really waiting for this car. As you guys know on this channel, if you haven't been following, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also like this video and follow me along on my journey, everything to do with motorcycles, cars, everything like that. I was looking forward to seeing this car come out. I was really considering going into my first electric car, looking at the Tesla Model 3 as an option, number one, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, number two. Both of these cars I've reviewed. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out those videos. I will link them in the card above. But I was really waiting for Lexus's offering. If you know me, I'm a big Lexus fanboy. Had my 2009 Lexus IS250, just hit over 350,000 kilometers. That car has been phenomenal. Absolutely one of the best cars I've ever owned. I also used to own a Lexus IS350, and I absolutely love the Lexus brand. Super reliable, awesome power, great performance, great luxury. Has so many things that it checks off. So I was really looking forward to this car. And off of the front, I really did, when it came out, love the exterior looks. I thought, I think the exterior is striking. I know some people are back and forth whether they like the Lexus exterior styling. I'm personally a fan of the styling, but the headline figure that I was looking for outside of the exterior, the interior, the technology, all of this stuff has kind of come table stakes with electric cars. I expect them to be, self-driving on the highway. I expect them to have all of this, Google, Apple Play, wireless CarPlay, etc. All of this stuff embedded in the platform. But one of the biggest things, especially for Canadians or those with inclement climates, is the range. That was the headline figure I was looking for. And I was so disappointed with this headline figure from Lexus. The official figure from Lexus on the range is 225 miles, which works out to about 360 kilometers. Now, to me, this is a huge disappointment. This is actually a complete whiff and a miss by Lexus. As somebody that was really wanting to go ahead and spend their money on this Lexus offering, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it at all. You look at the other competition in the market, their range is well off. Completely understand. We'll talk about some of the specs on the other piece of it. 300 horsepower, great. This is kind of like a commuter car for me. Approximately 65 kilowatt battery of usable capacity, which is also underneath what a lot of other manufacturers are offering. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 that I reviewed, 77.5 kilowatt battery, right? Lots of these other manufacturers came out earlier with a much bigger battery pack and much longer range. That is on an EPA estimate, and that's in good weather conditions. The reality is, for most of these cars, especially driving in the winter in Canada, we get winter temperatures about 5 to 6 months of the year. You're going to be losing, on good pace, 30% of your range. 360 kilometers, you take out 30% of that range, you're left with 252 kilometers of range in the wintertime. That is just not sufficient. I talk about range anxiety already. Even with the Ioniq 5, with winter driving conditions, I felt range anxiety. Even with summer, right? You're going to be thinking about that range, especially because the supercharger network is unavailable to these cars. You're using the standard network, the Electrify America, Electrify Canada network, and honestly, it's been abysmal. Those chargers, even though they claim they can recharge up to 350 kilowatts an hour, they don't. Most people are getting 100 kilowatts an hour, so charging times are brutal. Especially with this car, the charging times aren't even that fast either. So what you have is a car, or this Lexus RZ series, which is kind of this electric SUV with abysmal range in terms of the competition, and then nowhere near the charging capability of its competition. So you're struggling with both range and charging capabilities. Honestly, I really did wanted to try to like this. I really wanted to love it. I really was going to make a purchase decision on this car. I was waiting for this car, and it just didn't pan out for me. And don't get me wrong, it looks great, okay? It really does look great. I love the exterior. I like the interior. I think the interior is a little bit bland, but whatever, right? This was meant to be a daily driver commuter, which is what I was going for. And, that horsepower figure, 308 horsepower on 150 kilowatt and 80 kilowatt electric motors combined, sure, gives you also 320 foot-pound of torque. But this is not so impressive considering all of the other manufacturers in the market are putting out much better numbers. And when I think about what I'm doing, for me, as a daily driver, I want this car to go around and I want to be able to go to point A to B. 252 kilometers of range in the winter, that's not cutting it. Also scares me potentially, that's a new battery. What happens when the battery degrades slightly? You're already cutting it thin in terms of your available range. So I really wanted to like this offering by Lexus. I know it's coming out at the end of 2022, but when you look at the competition and for the money that this is going to be starting at, you know, they've already dropped some figures, about 50,000 USD to start, but it's going to be obviously a little bit more money in Canada, or a lot more money in Canada. It's just going to not be competitive. And you know, I get Lexus is more luxurious. I get it's probably going to have some additional features that maybe the Ioniq won't, but this is still, quite honestly, unacceptable to me in terms of somebody that's looking for a daily driver that's going to go ahead and give them sufficient range to do what they need to do in inclement climates. So again, starting at 55,000 USD, you're looking at a whole bunch of other competitors. In Canada, for example, you can get an Ioniq 5 out the door fully loaded with the Platinum package for $63,000, assuming you wait for the 18 months or whatever it's going to take to get those cars in. Who knows what's going to happen with the supply chain, how that's going to remedy, but I just think this car by Lexus is priced too high. It doesn't have enough range to compete, and I honestly think it's a flop, and I'm really disappointed about it. But let me know your thoughts. Am I off base on this? Like, look, I'm a Lexus fanboy. I love Lexus. I tell people all the time, get Lexus. And I was waiting for this to be revealed, and I was literally waiting on the live stream, and I saw the numbers come in, and I just thought, oh my God, like, they just completely missed the mark here in terms of performance. And one of the biggest things that people think about when it comes to electric cars is the range, right? Torque, okay, fine. Every electric car has torque. I don't care about that. Horsepower, look, are you really looking for that much horsepower? You're getting a Lexus RZ450e, like, you're not racing on the drag strip. What people care about is the range. Especially important because we know that range is going to be clocked down by 30% in the winter. So I really am disappointed. I will now have to make some sort of weird decision. What do I do? Go with the Tesla Model 3. Those are looking to be $90,000 out the door in Canada. Hyundai Ioniq 5. Very hard to even get those in Canada today. There's an 18-month wait list. And then waiting for this, which, you know, I just can't put myself to buy, unfortunately. So Lexus, I hope if you're watching this, next year, figure out the battery tech. Figure out the technology. You have to be at minimum, you know, competing with these other vendors in terms of the range and the performance of their batteries. You got to step it up. I don't expect that this is going to sell well. I just don't see how. I don't see how a knowledgeable buyer would pick this over some other options, quite honestly. And I just think it's a non-starter for those in inclement climates. Like, I don't think you can buy this car, even if you wanted to. I don't think it's a good idea. That's my thoughts. Let me know. Do you guys agree? Do you have any other points? Let me know in the comment box down below. Now I don't know what to wait for. Is it just the choice between these three cars I was thinking about? Or, you know, is there something else around the corner? I don't know. I'm disappointed. I wanted to go back into the Lexus fam with a full electric, but it's not going to happen with this one. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys are staying safe. Again, make sure, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Lots more car videos, motorcycle detailing, motorsports, all that stuff. Follow me along on that journey. If you want to see, we're trying to hit 500,000 kilometers on the 2009 Lexus IS250. We'll see if we make it there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.